Ribeye steaks are a delicious meal no matter when you prepare them. The good thing about them is that you can do a 30-minute meal or less using those steaks. So we're going to maximize our summer kitchen. We're going to prepare 30 minutes or less meals, and we're going to be in and out of the kitchen in record time. Stay right there. I have heard so much about Omaha steaks, and that is exactly where these ribeyes came from. So what I'm doing is that I'm laying them on paper towels so that any moisture that may be associated with the steaks, we can just put in the paper towels and throw it away. So now we are going to make sure that they're nice and dry, because when they hit that hot cast iron skillet, I want them to sizzle. And so I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it, and it will just give a nice topping to each of the steaks. We're going to do one side at a time. So we've got our salt, and I'm going to use my tongs and try to keep my fingers as clean as possible. And I'm going to flip them over and salt them again. Now, very often that will draw some of the liquid out, but in fact, that's what they use when they're aging steaks, is using salt. And so we're just sprinkling a little bit of salt, but we're doing it for seasoning, so that once those steaks are ready, we won't need to do any other prep other than that. So I have two skillets actually on the stove, because with those steaks, we're going to prepare some spinach. So I'm going to place a little oil into the pan, along with a couple of tablespoons of butter. My butter is already salted, because that's usually what I buy. And I've cut up an onion, and we're just going to saute this bag of spinach, so that we will have a delicious, complete meal of spinach, mushrooms, and steak. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's just get that sizzling. So here we go. We've got our pieces of onion, and they're sizzling in the bottom of the pan. I've got some frozen mushrooms, because that's what I do with my mushrooms when I bring them home, so that they last, especially if I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to them quick enough. So, when you go to a steakhouse, mushrooms are something that is usually served, or you can request for that to be a part of your plate when you order your steak. So I've got the mushrooms and the onions sizzling, and they're going to be so good. So I'm going to take those out, and but I'm going to leave the juices down in the pan, because that's going to be the juice that I'm going to prepare the spinach in. So I'm just using my paddle and getting as much of that out as I can. And you're going to see there's not going to be a lot of liquid left. So we're just doing that so we can keep them to the side. I don't want to overcook them. I want them to have good integrity, and I want them to be good. So I'm going to add in just a little more extra virgin olive oil to the mix. And we're going to start, I've rinsed the spinach. I usually rinse my spinach right there in the bag. And this is one of those gigantic bags that you get from Kroger. And I'm going to just keep adding spinach, because spinach cooks down. So this is where we're starting, and I'm letting it go. Now, you'll notice that I have not started the steaks. And the reason for that is because I'm going to place a top on the spinach and let them cook down a little bit. I'm going to add more liquid to the skillet, and a little more seasoning because I'm going to add a little pepperoncino. And I'm just going to take those tongs and just flip that spinach over so that it can cook and simmer down in the pan. So let's put a little more on. I hope you're hungry because we are ready to finish up the spinach, have it simmering, and then we're going to get everything on the table. Now let's kick up the heat over on that cast iron pan because after all, it's time for those ribeye steaks to go into the pan and on to our plates. And it's only going to take a few minutes. I'm going to use a paper towel and dab and take most of the moisture off the steaks again. Our cast iron pan needs to be screaming hot when I place these steaks into the pan. And you're going to hear that sizzle. There is nothing like it. And you will determine how long you let your steaks stay in the pan based on how you like your steaks. We like ours anywhere from a medium rare to a medium. And so because of that, I'm going to spend about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. If you like delicious summer meals, then I'm inviting you to join me in the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, because this summer it's going to be about those 30-minute meals or those meals that are one pot or one device. We want our meals delicious and light and healthy for summer. And we're maximizing our kitchen by making sure that we have a plan and that we put it on paper and that we shop with it. Now, we're also maximizing our kitchen by preparing these tasty meals with a short preparation time. And you know what? We can get it on the table. We'll have a beautiful table and we'll have time to enjoy our family. Now here at Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme, we do things in the kitchen for the kitchen. So if you like these types of videos, this is your home, your place to be. If you are ready for these summer meals and projects, just continue to follow by making sure that you're subscribed. And if you like this video, please click that like button before you leave. And if you have some friends who might also want to watch these kind of videos, then please share the channel. This way, you're helping me by supporting the channel. So remember here at Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme that we work hard, we love God and family, and you know, everything else is just gravy. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.